In case you haven't heard, there's been a recall of this particular powdered infant formula in Canada. Here's what you need to know. This particular formula has been found to be contaminated with a bacteria called Chronobacter sakazaki. That's a bacteria that periodically does cause outbreaks in powdered milk formulas. It likes dry foods like herbal teas, powdered milk, and powdered formula. The bacteria can be particularly dangerous in very young children, so children under 1, but particularly children under 2 months of age, children who were born premature, or children who have a weak immune system. So they would be most susceptible to having an active infection if they consume this bacteria, and that infection can cause a blood infection called sepsis, or it can cause meningitis, which is infection of the layer that surrounds the brain and the spinal cord, and either of those can be very dangerous. So if you have this powdered formula still at home, stop using it, throw it out. If you've already used it in your child, you can look for signs of infection. The big one would be fever, but also irritability, not feeding, decreased interaction, decreased level of consciousness, and ultimately things like seizures. Any of those would be a sign that you need to go see the doctor. A couple things to remember in general: if your child is susceptible, if they were born premature, they're under 2 months of age, or if they have a condition that weakens their immune system, think about using breast milk, or if you can't, think about using liquid formula, which is sterile. Powdered formula is not sterile. Also, remember that you need to sterilize every surface that comes in contact with the formula, whether you're using liquid or pumped breast milk, or whether you're using powdered formula. Bacteria like this one are actually found everywhere in the environment, and one of the ways that children can get infected is by inadvertently picking up the bacteria in the process of preparing that formula for the baby. So beware of those things.